Hello, and welcome to this IAP 2020.1 showcase in which I'll talk about the render JSON Schema task. We added this task into Itential Automation Platform 2020.1 to really further increase the flexibility and functionality you have when it comes to rendering forms for your users. If you've built automations with IAP before, you might be familiar with applications like JSON Forms or Form Builder, which already provide low-code drag-and-drop environments for you to click together forms like this, the one on the left here. With the render JSON Schema task, we add a couple of things on top here and basically allow you everything that you can do with JSON Schema, with UI Schema, and render this dynamically for you. If you want to have dependencies in your forms, dynamic validations, any kind of widgets, you can pass all of those into a static task without even saving the form to our database, which gives you a lot of flexibility in dynamically showing whatever you want to your users. Specifically, it's if you have a very specific ask that currently is not covered in Form Builder or JSON Forms, instead of having to write custom code to make that happen, you can use this render JSON Schema task to just render this form on the fly. Let's take a look how this works. I have here a very simple automation that just has one task, which is our new render JSON Schema task. And what I want to do is I want to show a form that has dependency in it. While we have an already really good JSON Forms application in which I can just drag in text input, text areas into tables or containers, there is no way currently to correctly reflect a dependency. JSON Schema, on the other hand, understands dependencies. So what I did is I went to a website like React JSON Schema Playground and actually built a JSON Schema form here that allows me to use dependencies for device interface and the interface's description. So what I can do here is I can just copy and paste that JSON schema that I've built here and paste that into my render JSON schema form, save my automation, and run. Now I click on View Job, which opens my Job Manager view in a new tab. It will take just 1 second to kick off the automation and actually render it on our page. And what we're going to see is I have a task to work, because showing a form, of course, is a manual task. I can work the task. And what I see here is I can enter a device name. Let's say I'll take my CSR1KV. And I can query the interfaces of that device. I'll select one. And then I can even get the description here. It is functional currently, but it doesn't look very good right now. So, but I can also fix this. Let me confirm this task. The second part that I can add is a UI schema. Here I have defined that the interface should show a help field and the description, so it should actually be a text area with 4 rows, that we have enough space to show a good description. So I'm going to copy that and again, just paste it into my task here. And what I'm actually also going to do is I'm just going to already paste the device name as form data into my task to see that that is possible. I don't have to retype that every time. I can just pass in data into that form and it will be rendered. So if I start this automation now, what we'll see is we have a better designed form because we put in some UI schema, and it will actually already have predefined my device name. I can still change that, but I have that device predefined to not have to type it again. So I'm working this task now and I see I was able to pass in form data, and when I actually select my interface, I now have a nice text area that resizes with the length of the descriptions that I'm showing.